How do I make more than $15,000 of passive income every year? In today's video, I would like to share with you how I generate passive income and how I plan to grow this into something big enough so I can achieve that financial independence as soon as I can. I am not rich, but I know that the best type of income is passive income. What is passive income? Passive income can be from many different sources, from rental property, limited partnership, or other business in which you are not actively involved. There are also dividend stocks, high yield savings account, money market funds, royalties, or even interest from lending money to others. Passive income is the best because it requires minimum amount of labor to earn and maintain. I have 6 streams of income. 4 are passive, 2 are active. My 2 main sources of active income are audio-related music production work and tutoring gigs. The other 4, they are all passive. I graduated from UCLA with a degree in mathematics, economics. Somehow, my first job out of college was working as an audio engineer. And I have always been interested in music. Ever since, I have been working as an audio engineer and a songwriter. So there are 2 types of income when you do music. The first one is production work, and that's mixing, recording, and all of that. And that could be a flat fee, and it could also be a portion of the royalties from the song that you produce, or a combination of both. It depends on the company and the artist you work with. So I get a flat fee for most of the production work. In addition, there's the royalties from the songs that I wrote. So I wrote a few songs for myself and also for some other artists. And I'm getting royalties every year. I don't have any hit songs or anything close to that. So besides the income from music productions, I also receive about $1,200 a year from royalties. It's very little, but I'm getting this money every year, and it's the money that I receive without doing any actual work anymore. So I still plan to do a little bit more of this if opportunity presents itself, and hopefully this number goes up. And some people might wonder if it's possible to retire off royalties from one hit song. It's totally possible in real life. According to XXL magazine, 50 Cent makes $29,000 a month from royalties alone. That's a lot of money. And I think most people can live pretty comfortably with $29,000 a month. So that's my first stream of passive income, royalties from music. The second portion of the passive income that I receive every year is about $7,000. It's rent money. It's houses and the properties that I invested with family members, and we all get some return every year. I don't have enough money to buy a house by myself, but I can buy a house with some help. And I'm hoping to acquire more properties in the future, and hopefully this part of the income can grow bigger. The third portion of the passive income that I receive is from stocks, mostly from SPY and some other individual stocks that I like, such as Apple, and that's about $6,000 to $7,000 a year. It varies a little, it depends on how the market performs. It's not very much, but I know this is definitely something that I think it has potential, and I plan to invest more as I see fit. I also have some cryptocurrencies, but I haven't cashed anything yet, and I don't have a lot invested in this area. I am still learning, and I'm looking for something that I think the risk-reward ratio is right for me. I think I understand stocks more than cryptocurrencies. I have a friend who is doing very well with cryptocurrencies, and I'm very happy for him. But for me, at the moment, it's not something I want to invest too much. Maybe in the future, I might change my mind. The last portion of the passive income is investment in a company's products. I invested in a company that makes a shampoo that cleans makeup tools. They have patents, and they also make excellent and high quality soap, mainly for your face. And I really like the company. It's a startup, so the upside is huge, but the risk is high. I haven't had any returns yet, but I like how I invested in many different places and different areas. Some give me very stable return and some with no return yet, but the upside is huge. I think I have my risk and reward ratio at the place that I feel comfortable. So put everything together, that's $15,000 passive income. It's not that much, but hopefully this number keeps growing, and I am still young, so I have time. And I still do my active work, so I still have other income. And now I am starting a YouTube channel, and hopefully this can turn into something profitable in the future, but it's going to take a while, I think. I'm doing this channel mainly because I want to let as many people know as possible that start investing as early as possible, because this is something that can really change your life. I come from a family where my parents, they are not very into this investment thing. They don't want to take risks. They always tell me to work hard, and basically they want me to work in a good company and become a salaryman. I don't think they're wrong. It's just that I think with all the money that you make from your job and different sources of income, you can put them to work much better instead of just putting all of your money in your savings account. You must have some in your savings account, that's for sure, but I think we can all learn how to invest, and you just have to know what your risks are and how rewarding these investments are, and invest responsibly, basically. I think everyone should start thinking about how to generate passive income as soon as they can, because we can't work forever. And when we reach that age we can't work anymore, it's good to be able to generate income without working. And we should start doing it as soon as we can. It's really important, and it will change your life. So, what are the benefits of having passive income? Think about you can count on money coming in without having to work. It's the financial stability that everyone is looking for, and the more of the money comes in, the more confident and stable you feel in your finances. When you don't have to work for every dollar you make, you have time to relax and do the things that you like, and the stress that comes from living paycheck to paycheck is not there anymore. That's just wonderful, isn't it? We are trading our time for money, and it gets difficult sometimes. So having passive income really helps. So my understanding, I should work while I can, and I should work hard. And when I have extra money, I should think about how to put this extra money to work to generate as much passive income as I can, and also diversify the streams of your income. When the one doesn't work anymore or even fails, you still have other sources of income. Of course, there's a risk. Everything has a risk. You just have to know what your risks are. So now, let's briefly look at different types of passive income. Maybe some of these ideas can help you build your wealth over time. I don't think there's one person out there who can do all of them. For example, I think only some people can do music and get their royalties, but we do have a lot of other ideas here that most people can do. The most common and easiest ones are high-yield savings accounts and money market funds. These are less risky compared to some of the others. So go to your bank and ask for these safe investments. They are safe, but that's why the return is lower. Then we have dividend stocks. We have Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google. These are very popular big tech companies, and the people invested billions of dollars in these. And personally, I like Apple very much, so I have invested some of my money in Apple. So these are riskier than your money market funds or your high yield savings account, but they give you more return. So it's always the risk and the return ratio you have to think about. Then we have rental properties. These are houses or properties that you are not using. So, some of them you might need to repair, but if you have these, you can get rent from these, over time, and you don't have to work. So the initial cost, you might be worth it. And also, you can invest in an actual business, but you are not actively involved. That's what makes it passive, right? So this one is a little bit riskier. If you have some business ideas, or if your friends have some business ideas and you like them very much, the ideas, you like them very much, so you can start thinking about this as well. And also, I have friends who invested in vending machines, and I think it's a good type of income, but the thing about vending machines is that you have to understand that you cannot just put your vending machine anywhere that you want. Some of these schools or these the places, they have contracts with these big companies. So most of the good places, they have contracts, so you cannot put your vending machines over there. So, but if you have a factory and if you have friends who they have a restaurant or factory, you can ask them or even share some of the profit with these friends. And the vending machines, they work 24/7, and it's good investment if you have a place to put them. And of course, the place it has to have people. And the next few ideas, they are a little bit more artistic, I guess. If you like to write, you can sell ebooks online. Your stories. You can design T-shirts or create an app. So these things, I guess, not for everybody, but if you can do these, I think they can generate some income for you, which is good. And if you're interested in doing these things, I think it could be very enjoyable at the same time. And you can also rent out your car, if you don't mind sharing your car, or list your place on Airbnb. Of course, some people, you don't really want to see strangers, but if you don't mind, that's another option. These are some of the ideas you can think about. So basically, we are working actively, and with the extra money we have, we want to invest them, and hopefully that investment gets big enough so you can have enough passive income when you retire or do anything or travel and all of that fun stuff in the future. And you don't have to, and at the same time, you don't have to worry from paycheck to paycheck. That's it for today's video. If you like it, hit the like button and subscribe. This is Grant. Trade and invest responsibly.